When you find her, or when I finally found her, I'm so overprotective of who I am now. Do you think there's a part of you that you have lost? Whoo! These questions, I have not seen these questions at all, okay? So I feel like they're coming after me. So just speak your truth, girl. I feel like my life has gone down a route of losing myself. When I was a teenager, I lost myself to drugs and to partying, and I found myself. I found my way back. Then when I got married in those 13 years, I don't blame anybody. I don't blame anybody. Just let me point that out there. Let me just say that. I don't blame anybody. I lost myself because I wanted to lose myself in it. And what I mean by that was I have always been a very driven person. I have been living on my own since I was, I think, 19, 20, by myself, hustling just to stay current, living from paycheck to paycheck, so I have always been that person. I had my own apartment. I had a car. I worked. I did it on my own, And then at 26, when I finally got married, I decided that I wanted to be fully dedicated to my husband. We got a joint account. I stopped working for a while. I stopped being passionate and driven about things. I just pour my heart and soul into my husband. That woman inside of me that wanted to do so many things. Even before I met him, I was always a person that loved to travel. That was always in me. I stopped doing that. I'm not going to get into what I stopped doing. I just stopped doing a lot of stuff. And I just invested. I poured myself into my marriage. And I lost myself. I can honestly say now, I lost myself. I'm just going to leave that there. Then after we separated, because we didn't divorce until December of last year, finally, we separated. And when we separated, that was like, I lost myself once again. That was crazy. I feel like I lost my mind during the time we were separated because I was mourning a life that I had. And here I was in this new space that I didn't understand that I was in. And I totally lost myself. I lost myself completely. I think for the first year I was numb. After that first year, then I started mourning because I think I woke up and realized your life is never going to be the same again. It took a while. It's 13 years. You just don't forget about that. And then I think the third year, I started to feel better. Then my fourth year, I finally was like, heck no. We're gonna fix you up. And that's when I started to feel like myself and feel free and be happy and understand that this had to happen. And now this year, I'm walking in my purpose. That's all I could say about this year. And I found her. I found me, the person that I am. I am driven. I am passionate. I have goals. I want to travel. I want to look back in my life and say, you fulfilled everything that you wanted. When you find her, or when I finally found her, I'm so overprotective of who I am now. And it's probably going to be like a broken record. You're going to keep hearing from me. I am in such a safe place within my own mind, spirit, and soul that I'm so protected of it. I'm careful. I'm just very careful now because I don't want anything or anyone to disrupt that. And when I feel that, I don't hesitate, you guys. Respectfully, I do not hesitate to keep people at arm's length. And people can get mad at me, or they can say I'm in Spanish it's called antipática, or not friendly, or not. They can't say I'm not friendly because I am the most friendliest person you will ever meet. But when you've been in my shoes, and I know everyone goes through their own issue, but we're talking about me here. When you've been in my shoes and you know what it cost me to get to where I am now, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, then you understand why I am the way that I am. Why am I protected of this? Nobody else is going to protect it for me. I'm the only one. I finally found myself, and I am going to protect me the best way that I know how. I know what I want. I know what I'm striving for. And I want to leave my mark. I want to leave my legacy before I'm taken off this earth. I said this in one of the classes that I gave in my church. And I said, when you get to heaven, and you stand before God, and he comes and he sees you, and he says, I had so much more for you. I had so much more for you, and you didn't even try. I don't want to hear that. I know what my heart feels. I know what my spirit wants to do, and sometimes it's these crazy ideas that I get in my head, but I know they're not for me because I cannot think that big, but I write them down and I'm like, God, this must be yours. And you have a bigger vision for me than I have for myself. So I'm going to write this down here, and I am going to keep praying on that, and I'm going to move in that direction. Because as I'm moving in that direction, you're going to start moving in my favor. And you're going to start opening doors because you see that I'm scared, but I'm still doing it in obedience because you were the one who gave me this idea, or you gave me this thought. I fought to get here. I fought to find her, and I'm here. And I will not let anything or anybody ruin that for me. So for those of you who feel lost or no sense of direction, I'm here. Let me help you. Let me help you get to where you need to get to. Life is too short to be lost. I would love to be a witness in you exploring yourself to reach your fullest potential. That's where I'm headed. I need to reach my fullest potential. Do you think there's a part of you that you lost? Did you lose yourself somewhere and you need help finding that place again? I'm here. So, again, write it down below.